Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. How are you all doing? I am so depressed. So I thought we would leave the UK, where I swear to God I haven't seen blue sky for coming up to about 4 weeks. So I thought this is the perfect opportunity. We'll do something a little bit different. We'll go somewhere a little sunny, daylight, and it's raining. It's actually raining with grey skies here in South America. Following on from our video released a little bit earlier this week, looking at strange and different kinds of flights and things to do, I thought we'd operate one of the Air France flights that we've... Oh, I've just heard thunder. I don't know if anyone else heard that. I thought we'd operate one of the Air France flights. So that was the plan. That is the plan. And I thought, oh, we're bound to get some better weather there, aren't we? Turns out, no. Yeah, we have got grey skies, we've got thunderstorms in the vicinity, and it's just typical. So David, who's celebrating 90 months of channel membership. Hi David, thank you so much for your support, my friend. How are we on this wet evening? It's rain. I can see rain on my office window in the dark, and I can also hear rain and thunder here in the sim. It's so depressing. And you know what? What's really depressing is, for those of you that follow the channel closely, most of you will be aware that about a month ago, 4 weeks ago, I released Jetlog into the world, our plane spotting app, and I swear down, since we released this to spot planes from your back garden, your airport, whilst you're out and about, anything like that, since we released Jetlog, I have had nothing but grey skies. It's been awful. So all of these fantastic aircraft that we've been trying to spot, we haven't been actually able to see any of them. So I'm cursed. I'm cursed. So yeah, that's really sad, but never mind. Dark Fury celebrating 55 months of membership. Hey Dark, it says that he's been a member nearly as old as J-Hog is. Oh, J-Hog's much older than that. Anyway guys, how are you all doing? Thank you for following us either today on YouTube or on Twitch. Simpilot917 on Twitch. Hey guys, thank you for joining us if you're watching us there. And a big welcome, of course, to everybody else who's coming in the chat. J-Hogs in the chat, Dark Fury, of course. DC Gert, hello to you. Hey, Mark, our fabulous channel members. And DC Gert is celebrating 51 months of channel membership today as well. That is insane, DC. Thank you so much for that. So, yeah, our plan is to hopefully leave the dull grey skies here and head somewhere warmer. I can't even tell you where we're flying from and to. Sierra Bravo Bravo Echo to Sierra Oscar Charlie Alpha. So yeah, we're somewhere in South America. That's all I know. Let me have a look. I mean, even if I bring up the EFB, because we are on VATSIM, but there is no air traffic control here today, as expected, to be honest. And I have a quick look at what's going on METAR wise. This is the METAR at the moment. So winds are okay, but we've got thunderstorms, rain, broken clouds, few CVs, broken 700, 23 QNH 1010. So yeah, not great if we're honest. Hopefully we'll get above that and it will be okay. So we'll check out the operational flight plan and I'll get going. Let's, but yeah, just very quickly sort of look around there. Look at it. That's the weather we're going to be taking off into today. So, just wonderful, absolutely glorious. Well, there might be a bit of sun trying to break through there. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. It's actually been in the news today, hasn't it? And they said in Aberdeen today they've seen sunshine for the first time in 4 weeks. I swear, where we are now, it's exactly the same. We are real. So when we moved house about 3 months ago, we're now right at the top of quite a steep hill. We are really high up. and it's just been foggy and misty every morning. I've got a glorious view from the garden, except at the moment I can't even see the bottom of the garden because it's that misty. So it's very depressed whenever we throw the curtains back every morning. Hey Mark, good evening to you, and everyone else is coming aboard as well. Great to see you. Look, the sun's trying to break through. Look, I can see the sun shining on our jet just now. So we haven't got custom scenery for our departure airport, but we do have for the arrival airport. So that actually looks really cool as well, really good. So we'll jump in, we'll have a look at the operational flight plan, and we'll set ourselves up as per. If you are coming in, please do me a huge favour, hit that like button as you join us. Jot down the discount code as well. You can use that a little bit later on if you wish. And of course, if you do like watching aircraft in the sky, wondering where they're going, and ticking off aircraft as you see them to build your logbook, make sure you download Jetlog, and you can get that now on the Google Play Store. All right, let's have a look at this OFP and see what that is giving us. So that is the weather, which is just awful. So where is our OFP? Let's have a look. There we go. So we're not very heavy today. Cost index of 5. So I'm not worried about our takeoff weight or our landing weight. They're both fine. Air France 603, little tailwind, cruising at 35,000 feet. I'd like to think we're going to be above that today, although the top was 53, so maybe not. The shear rate, that's all looking fine. Off on runway 07, coming in on runway 08. Plug fuel is just under 6.5 tons. CNR is 3. Let's have a look at the weather then at the moment. So here at the we're headed to Fenix A320, and that is also light showers of rain, gusting 25 knots, towering cumulus, so that could be good fun as well. The actual flight itself, no terrain to worry about, so that's cool, and I'm not sure we've got any no times to worry about either. Runway 75 is unserviceable. That's not actually in action at the moment because I've seen them landing on that runway, so I'm not concerned about that. So yeah, I'm not worried about OFPs. To be fair, we're not doing a real ops flight tonight. I don't know Air France standard operating procedures, so that's fine. That's our flight route, and you can see there just coming into a bit of turbulence on our descent, so a bit of hopefully we'll get above the weather and it will be fine. But I would have liked some nice views today. I thought as well we'll do a flight which is in the daytime, because every flight we do at the moment is nighttime because I'm flying real world time. So I thought it'd be nice to do something a bit different, and it's rainy and horrible. So fingers crossed, we will see something. Chris Shaw official, good evening to you, Chris. Hope you are doing well. Okay, cool. So let me have a look and see, with everything that we've got going on and the thunderstorms and all of that rubbish, we are good. It's not a plug fuel day, so with our I reckon we can take, if we took an extra, well, this part of the world, let's take an extra 1.5 tons of fuel. So I reckon, yeah, let's take 8 tons of fuel, and then we're pretty much covered for every eventuality, that kind of thing. So I will get ATC to load that in. Tonight on board, who is our cabin crew? I think we've got Philippe, who's from Chile, if I remember right. Hello Philippe, who have we got operating in the cabin tonight? So just pull Philippe away from his duties before we start boarding.
We have a full crew operating tonight, Captain.
I've got a full crew operator. Well, hopefully there's more than just you then. Excellent. Okay, Philip, well, we are almost ready to start getting set up, so I think we can start the boarding process. Good for him.
We are starting the boarding process, Captain.
Okay, so as I said, let's just get GSX to load in our 8 tons of fuel that we're after. And we'll get that going. So I'm assuming GSX works out here in South America. It's meant to be global, isn't it? Mona! Hello Mona, how are you? Alright, so I've got the latest weather here. Looks rubbish. Let's just do our usual check. We are on external power. We've got the packs and everything, fuel pumps, they're all off. Seatbelt signs are off. And then we've got spoils, flaps, parking brakes, they are off as well. And acupressure's in the green. QNH then 1010. We'll set that down here as well. And then we want to double check that the guard frequency has been monitored, and it is 1215, so that's fine. Turn those up a tiny bit. Switcher panel's fine. Thrust levers, engine mode life selection, they're okay. Squawking 2000. I think that's European squawk code, isn't it? But never mind. Okay, so that's alright, we've got constraints on here. Let's go set up the box, then we'll check out the charts, which for this part of the world, I don't actually know them, so I will have to pay a little bit more attention to them. ATSU page, let's download our flight plan, get that all in the box, and then I do like flying in different parts of the world every so often. Don't get me wrong, I love our EasyJet Real Ops flights, but just sometimes doing something a little bit different. Variety is the spice of life and all that. Watch out for lasers and balloons. They seem to have a lot. You see them on FR24. You see there's a lot of weather balloons around here, isn't there? This neck of the woods. Right, so that's all up linked. It seems. Let's grab this and start filling in the details. So our flight number Air France 603, cost index of 5. Do you know what, I left the cost index to SimBrief to decide, and I thought, ooh, we might get a good one today rather than the bog standard usual 4 of EasyJet. And what did I get? I got 5, so didn't really make much difference. Tropos 53941, get that in and download our wins. Hope everyone's doing well. I am so sorry as well about the earlier stream in the week, which had to be cancelled due to unforeseen circumstances. IRS in it is looking good. The cruise flight level today is 35,000 feet, minus 45 degrees, and we are departing off 07. Pub 1 Alpha. No, that's the wrong one. Pudme 1 Alpha. Pudme 1 Alpha. Departure, and then our arrival is going to be runway 08. Oh, they have an ILS, so I'll be ILS Zulu then. ILS Zulu 08, and Aldix 1 Sierra is apparently the arrival. I have absolutely no idea which which VIA that's going to be. One moment, and I will quickly find out. We'll get the charts and have a look at those in a minute. So, coming in from the south, it's Osisu, I believe. So, we'll get that in. Insert. Operational flight plan then has got 485 miles. I've got 471 miles. That looks pretty close to me. Let's see what that looks like. Piemanjum says, in his invite screen, Thursday evening has just been saved. What else would you have been doing tonight, Piemanjum? Yep, perfect. That is exactly what we wanted to see. It's a very nice, there's very few turns on this flight route. We take off, we turn left, we keep going, we turn right, we land. That's pretty much how the flight is. So yeah, that's that's fine. In terms of the airport that we are departing from, nav aids and the like, not really sure there's much here to be honest with you. There is a VOR, the Bell VOR, so we're on the RadNav page then. That's already auto-tuned. We'll just hard-tune that. So Bell VOR is in. And then let's have a look at our loading sheet, see what we've got coming on board passenger-wise. So these are preliminary loading sheets. So we have got, we'll just accept that. And then we've got the zero fuel weight CFG is 30.8 and 28.8 is takeoff CFG. Okay, so our zero fuel weight today is 56.3. So let's get all that information in. Zero fuel weight 56.3. CFG is 30.8. That's in. Fuel for our alternate is, let's call that 2 tons. So just a little bit extra than what's listed there, just because of the storms and that's in the area. Then we'll do our fuel planning. We're going to take 8 tons. And the box is 5.9. Yeah, we've got loads spare, which is fine when you've got weather like this knocking about. In fact, we've got about an hour's worth of extra fuel, so that's always good to know. Gives us our takeoff weight of 64.1, which is fine. Okay, that means we can now do our takeoff performance calculations then. So it is absolutely not dry here. We are off runway 7, so we're going to go with wet figures. I have no idea what Air France use. Let's leave it at optimum, let it decide. No need to force toga. Anti-ice off. Yeah, it's 23 degrees outside, we don't need that. Packs, should we have them on? Air France probably do leave those on, so in fact, no, let's stick with our own SOPs. So, packs off. Takeoff weight is going to be 641, and our CFG is 28.8. Okay. And I'm not going to do any intersection departure, it's just a full length for us today, which gives us V-speeds of 30, 41, 42. 130, 141, and 142. Okay, thrust reduction acceleration value, that's fine, we'll leave that at is. Flex is going to be 67, if only my kids could hear that, and flaps 1. So all of that looks fine and dandy. In terms of the engine out procedure, I don't actually have one here, so I'm just looking at the chart, which I'll show you in a bit. I think we'll enter the hold at Bravo Echo 386. So let's just copy the active. I'll show you all this in a minute when we brief it through with all the charts. So, yeah, straight out, Bravo Echo 386 is where we would hold if an engine dies on us. So, pull that in. Inbound course flight is 245, and that is right turns. And then, should that have happened, then we're going to come back to SBBE, and we'll do an approach back onto runway 7. Okay, we'll go with whiskey. No star. And I don't think any of the VIAs are available for us, so I'll go with no VIA. Okay, let me just quickly check what that looks like. Yeah, there we are, straight out, and we've got the hold there, just to the north. There you go, so that's our engine out procedure. You can see now how that works. So if we've lost an engine, we'll just go straight out. There's no terrain around, so I'm not concerned about that. We'll fly straight out, enter the hold, sort ourselves out, and then we'd set ourselves back up for landing. Cool. So, That's done. That's done. Let's get some charts up. Looks like refueling's finished, actually. And just check that's balanced, which it is. So as refueling's all good, we'll turn those back on. And seatbelt signs can come on as well. Lovely. Okay, let me grab the charts, then we can talk through our departure and brief for us today. So, starting with the airport charts, get those up so we can see those. Alright, so a bit unfamiliar for us today, so that's going to be our sort of biggest threat. Let's talk about the weather. We do have thunderstorms in the vicinity. We'll get the weather radar on, of course. It sadly isn't perfect, but it's better than nothing. Once we get out with storms, we should be fine once we've climbed above it. We've also got storms back towards our destination as well. So yeah, I think that's going to be our biggest threat today. The weather. The aircraft is fine, no NOTAMs, nothing like that. So let's brief the takeoff and the taxi and takeoff and everything that comes after that. So we are parked here, apron 4. We're going to push back. We'll face north. We'll taxi on. There's no way to see here, so I need to write this down. We're going to taxi on apron 4, then apron 3, and then from there we will take taxiway Delta, a holding point there for runway 07. It's not a long taxi, it's not a complicated taxi, so we'll get engines started on pushback. Both of them will not do a single lane taxi like or anything like that today. So then let's have a look at the actual departure. Now the departure we're doing is Pudmi 1 Alpha. Is that actually listed on here at all? Doesn't look like it. However, omnidirectional departures. Have a quick look at this. So, sort of 700 feet in vectors. Let's have a look here. 700 feet, and then after that we can make a left turn towards our first waypoint. But yeah, there's no speed restrictions or anything like that, so that's okay. Yeah, just hang on, there is a departure chart. Here we go. Or maybe not a chart, but we've got everything here. So 1200 feet, and then it's a turn. So that's fine. 1200 feet straight out, and then it's a left turn en route. And initial climb, flight level 60. Perfect. That's at the FCU, and that's done. Lovely. So the departure is straightforward. So yeah, that's pretty much all we need. It is quite straightforward. If anyone's got any questions, now's the time to ask. Let's get that APU started. Reyes, if you're talking to me about the 737, you're not going to get any answer that makes a great deal of sense, I'm afraid. I'm not a Boeing guy. That's quite cool. We've actually got passengers walking down the jetway, which is unusual. Particularly as we're in a handcrafted, not in a handcrafted airport. Tracy Harrison, good evening to you, Tracy. Hope you're doing well. S40 UK, do you need Navigraph now? Yes and no. It all depends. So Flight Sim 24 has got all the charts. All the charts you've seen today are not from Navigraph. I use the Lido charts just because that's what EasyJet use. So that's the that's sort of the preferred chart, and they're included free with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and their sort of deal they've got with NavBlue and Lufthansa. With regards to the AirAct cycles and things like that with SimBrief, then you do need a Navigraph subscription. So yeah. Stephen, I'm still using the WingFlex radio management panel. I am indeed. I've also got here, although I've not yet had a chance to set it up fully, I've also got their brand new overhead panel, which is very nice. It is very, very nice. Hey, Grumpy Bus Driver, hope you're doing well. Tracy says, finally able to catch you live since you work sadly most evenings. Ah, well, Tracy, welcome. I would love to give you better weather than we've got here today in South America, but sadly, it's just like being in Yorkshire again. Simpalent 917, hello mate, I hope you're doing well. So, oh, did anyone else just see the thunder? I mean, realistically, we will be sat here thinking, oh, we're going to depart yet, we're going to wait for these clouds to turn over. We'd have the weather radar on, and we'd be saying, can we get out and look through that little gap, that kind of thing. That would ordinarily be the plan, of course. But I'm going no matter what. So how are we doing with the boarding process? Are we... Oh, we're there. I believe everybody is on board, which is perfect. Okay, APU is up and running. I'm just going to give that 3 minutes, and then we can get the APU lead on as per stops. But as the APU is up and running, let's disconnect the external power. So that's all good. And now we're briefed, we will get our... we'll let everyone know what we're going to be doing on Unicom. I don't know if there's anyone else around us. But yeah, 122.8. Actually, before we do that, oh, where's my checklist gone? Ah. There we go. Before we do that, Cockpit prep checklist. So aircraft acceptance has all been completed. Fuel quantity is 8 tons and balance. Seatbelt signs are on. It is, we've got 3 nav greens. I'm going to double check that because I can't remember if I did it or not. But yes, there we are, 3 nav greens. But the bar QNH is 1010, which is around 50 feet. Fantastic. Oh, Tracy, well, if you're in Leeds, you're not that far away from me, just down the M1, and I don't know what you've been like, but you travel around the UK a bit. I haven't seen blue sky for about 3 to 4 weeks, which is awful. We've got our final load sheet as well. Let's just check that out, see if we've got any LMCs. Okay, so that's fine. That's takeoff weight 64.1 and 30.8, 28.7 is our final C of G for the trim setting. Accept that. Cabin crew, arm doors and pushbacks coming soon.
We are McGreeving the arm doors and preparing for pushback, Captain.
Right, so then let's see if we can get out of here. Where are we? Belem traffic, Air France 603, stand 5, pushback facing north. You can. I don't think that's someone flicking the lights on and off in there. That is lightning. So I'm going to have beacon light on. Transponder set to auto.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Okay, well, whilst you guys get yourselves sorted down there, let's run the before start checklist. So our parking brake is on. Take off data confirming V1, we've got 130, V2, we've got 142. Windows are closed, PEDs are on flight mode, doors are closed, and armed beacon light is on. 3 minutes on the timer. Nosewheel steering is disconnected. Well, Tracy, I was hoping to see that ball of fire today. Instead, I've got a thunderstorm. I was just saying, right at the start of the stream, I was absolutely gutted that we've got clouds. It seems, since I launched my jet lock app for me and my lad. It's been nothing but rain, absolutely nothing but rain, which is just awful. So never mind. Never mind. Right, come on, GSX. Are you going to give us an option as to which way to taxi? Tail to the left. Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Okay, so our engine mode selector to ignition and starting number 1. Back we go. Powerman Jim says he usually does his simming out of Newcastle, but the weather's been that miserable he's migrated to the Med of the Middle East. Spring is on the way, Chris, you are right. Won't be long till spring is sprung. Maybe. Mr. Adza91 says he flies the Fenix 320 and only that. I'm pretty much the same myself. You're on the fence with Flight Sim 24, should you bite the bullet? I think you can safely bite the bullet now. I think you'll love it. I honestly do. And the Phoenix seems to work absolutely fine. So, no concerns there. Engine number 1 is available with good engine start, starting number 2. It's the school holidays next week, of course. And my wife and I keep thinking about a last minute holiday somewhere. The problem is I'm back working on a week on Friday, a week tomorrow, so it would only be for a few days rather than... Where are you pushing us? Alright, GSX, stop and finish there please, before we end up in the grass. Probably soggy grass that will sink into and not be able to get back out of. Parking brake set.
Unlocking gear.
Another online persona says Phoenix Neos hopefully at the start of the summer. CO VNAV update I would say be out just after Easter. Yeah, I mean I've never had that much problem with the VNAV in the Phoenix, but at the same time I'm also not reliant upon it, which you'll find most pilots are. They use it. It's another tool, isn't it? It's like the autopilot. It's a tool, a good tool, but always keep your own calculations in the back of your mind, kind of thing.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass incoming. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Left is clear, right is clear. Tug's disappeared. It's a lonely airport, this, isn't it? There's no one else around. Is the single engine taxi not a standard procedure now in the 320? Oh yeah, it is, but you only do it on certain circumstances when you know that you are going to have time to do it. Remember, single engine taxi is fine, but then you've got to have the second engine running for at least 3 minutes before you can go anywhere. So both engines are good and happy. So, that back to normal. That is off. Anti-ice not required. That can come off. And we want to arm our spoilers, zero the rudder, flaps 1 for departure, set our trim, which was what, 28.7, oh, it's probably about there anyway. Okay, and the after start checklist. So anti-ice is off, ECAM status is checked, just the pack 2, and pitch trim is 28.7, rudder is neutral. Let's do a flight control check while we're here. So we've got full left, full right, and neutral. Full up, full down, neutral. And we've got rudder, full right, left, and neutral. That's fine. Okay, so Belem traffic, Air France 603, taxiing now via apron 4, apron 3, holding point Delta, runway 07. Okie dokies. So we can see we've got actually the weather's looking okay. There's not that much around us, to be fair. And I think we're going to get out, we're going to be fine. Perfect. Mr. Aziz, you didn't know you had to set the trim manually. You do in the 320, you don't in the 350 or the 380. But you do in the 320. Right. Let's go. Tell you what I forgot. Need to get my overhead panel set up. The control panel, good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Do you know what? I've still got issues with my rudder on the ground. I meant to fix that. I'm constantly pulling to the left when I've got it set to neutral. Is it actually 2 AM where you live, control pilot? Whereabouts in the world are you? There was no one here, so we're going to get out of here pretty quickly. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please.
We are taking our seats, Captain.
So we're going to go full length departure, though that's going to take us around to the left. Oh, it's so nice to sim in daylight. Forgotten how good it looked. Looking at that weather radar, I think we're going to be okay. I can see a few spats of rain as well on the windshield. Okay, approach path looks fine. Apart from that big tree, someone needs to chop that down. Belem traffic, Air France 603, landing up runway 07, departure to the west. Mikael, hello from Denmark. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so our taxi checklist flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1. FMAs, we have got 130 blue, 142 magenta, climb blue, 1FT2, 6000 blue, radar and predicted wind shear are on. Engine mode selection is normal, ECAM memo, we've got the takeoff, no blue, EFP is stowed, lineup checklist, cabin is secured for takeoff, takeoff runway is full length runway 07, TCAS is TARA, and packs 1 and 2 are both off. Clouds look a bit ominous there, aren't they? Okay, takeoff. Start the chrono. And thrust. Mantoga, SRS runway. $100 knots. Flap 0. Spoilers disarmed.
Contact Amazonica Center on 123.95.
Well, that's St. Andrews ATC just taking over. I'm going to leave that for now. Contact Amazon Center. You can't contact Amazon that easily. I've tried to return products, it doesn't work. Okay, so we'll continue our climb then. Let's set flight level 260. Thrust climb, up climb, 260 blue, standard pressure. Jamie Young, we are on VATSIM, yes, yeah. Okay, so even though we're flying Air France, we'll still stick to our usual standard operating procedures of the Orange Airline, so we'll clear out the RadNav page. We are going to zero our cost index, and then the secondary flight plan, we will copy that, and we just want to check flight level 350, that's planned Optimums 36, so that's fine. We can set 350 now. Blue. Looks like the weather's clearing up ahead of us as well, which doesn't surprise me because I think we're over the sea for a little bit. Now these are the kinds of views I've missed, flying at night. I do use Rex Atmos Core as well, guys, so that's affecting the visuals a little bit. Moldy Guitar says we are in South America. is their internet a bit iffy there? this with... Always seems a bit different and strange to me, seeing anything other than an orange aircraft when I'm flying. Dark, does the PC need a D check? If it doesn't, I do. It is probably due for a bit of a service though, Dark, let's be fair. Hey, Peter80 is in the chat. Hey, Peter. Yeah, those clouds actually looking really nice. Really nice. The actual flight here, this entire flight, in terms of its complexity and what needs briefing, that kind of stuff, it's pretty simple. Oh, Peter, have you not seen Dark's new name? He's now Furry. Are the clouds better in 24? Yeah, I think they are. I'm happy with what the clouds look. I mean, look at that. I mean that is beautiful. I think it's really nice. We've got this layer of cloud here as well, which I'm hoping we're not going to end up in. What are we at? 27? Ooh, maybe. Loving the colourings as well on the horizon just here. You see it, it's almost like rainbow colouring. Very, very intricate. Barnabas, so no, there's no reshade. What there is Rex Atmos Core though. So Rex Atmos Core is playing a part here in this. It's not quite default. Ah, Peter, I've seen you guys have been using runway 12. In fact, do you know what, Peter? You weren't here. Was it last week? We flew into Copenhagen. And we thought it was going to be runway 12, but no, we ended up on 04 left, but with a great crosswind landing. It was really fun. So, UTC, that looks good. Landing before 10 PM is always good here at local time. That cloud there doesn't look too bad. It looks quite wavy, doesn't it? You can just see the lines. But yeah, it's really neat. Don't know if this flight is flying in real life at all. I think this one happens sort of every few days rather than every day. I don't think it's a daily flight. Right hand turn coming up. David, we have finally got sunshine. Not a lot of it, if I'm being honest. But we do have some. Pie Man Jim. That's a great way of describing Boeing. They seem busy. They are busy. Definitely. James Squires, good evening to you, mate. Hope you're doing well. So I think that view looks stunning. Look at that. Just the overall. This is why I always think quite often live weather looks better than anything you can sort of magically create. The way the live weather's injected into Microsoft Flight Sim, I think now looks really good. But that is awesome. Oh, Peter, mate, thank you so much for your super chat. It says typical the one time we fly to Copenhagen is not there. No, and it was really busy as well. In fact, we even had full air traffic control from. Where did we fly from? Can't remember where we flew from. But was it Berlin? I think we flew from Berlin to Copenhagen. We had air traffic control all the way there. It was wonderful. One of those very rare streams where that happens. Aviator says he can't see us on VATSIM anyway. I don't know what to tell you. We are definitely connected. We're there. Look. Air France 603. You're not looking for an EasyJet call sign, are you, Aviator? Oh, that's beautiful. Tell you, the only time I actually get to enjoy the flight sim is when I'm flying with you guys. Oh no, Peter! It was all. Oh, it was everything. We had the approach. We had the centre. We had the approach. We had the ground, which I then annoyed because I took a wrong turn. Yeah, I actually did. It's when you cross runway 12 after getting off at 0. You'll know it back at the back of your hand, obviously. But yeah, vacate left on 04 left. Taxi down, whatever taxiway it is. Cross runway 12. Then you take a right onto, I want to say Yankee or something like that. And I didn't. I took a right, but it was the wrong right. Anyway, we got there in the end. I'm gonna have to. I want to see if I can bring up the chart. Hang on. Can I bring up the chart?
Dear guests, we are now cruising at a comfortable altitude, and the cabin crew will begin our snack and beverage service shortly.
It was here.
Today we have some delightful options for you, including
It was here.
famous French
Take a right on
pastries
Foxtrot,
and refreshing
and then
beverages that you're
did he
sure
want us to go on
to
Yankee
enjoy.
or Delta? I
After the
can't
service,
remember.
we will
Either way, that chart's no bloody
items
good.
from the Air France shop available for you to browse. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy your time on
I almost
board.
need the parking
Gracias.
chart. Now that's better. Yeah, so cross Alpha, which we did. Then I think we stayed on Alpha. Yeah, we stayed on Alpha after crossing 1-2. Then take a right. And I'm sure he said something like Zulu and Papa or something like that. And I ended up going down here instead of over there onto Yankee or something. Anyway, but yeah, I basically I messed up this hotspot area there. Does the banner need a boot? We'll give the banner a boot. Before I give the banner a boot, though, we're probably at cruising altitude, so let me sort that out. Yeah, that's alt cruise, so what's that? TCAS 2 below. Let's get our performance back up to 5. We'll do our usual checks as well. So, it's fine. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. They're fine. APU's obviously not on. Temperatures are good. Doors are closed and armed. Good. Brakes are fine. Flight control's good. All systems normal. Overhead panel's got nothing on it, so we're happy. Okay, I'll give the banner a kick. Alpha Fox Short Zulu, then right on. Yeah, so once I'm on Zulu, I'm happy. I know where I am when I'm on Zulu, and I know obviously where these jet stands are. It was just that it was dark, and yeah, I bet I could put good money on not being the only person to ever get that part of the taxiway wrong. What am I doing? Ah, yes, kicking the banner. Give the banner a kick. Okay, that should be better. Someone asked me earlier if I have the paper version of Volanta. I do not. Oh, Dark, I've always got excuses. I'm married, remember? There you go, Peter. Peter says, no, it happens all the time and more often than I'd like in real life as well. I mean, it's just... It's a blooming maze, this lot. Absolute maze. I'd have kept that taxiway, and I'd have gotten rid of that one. Yeah, even if you get rid of that one or that one, I think it becomes much clearer. It's the Papa Fox Quebec. Oh, it's all that together that just... I'm not even sure which one's which, you know, when you look at the chart. So I'm assuming this is Papa then, isn't it? That's Papa. This is Foxtrot, and that's Quebec, and obviously you've got Yankee over the top. G66995, good evening to you. Glad you're on a live stream for us. Landing will be in about an hour. Actually, just under an hour. Just under an hour. The best Copenhagen add-on, Pieman Jim. Do you know, I use the Flight Tamper, which isn't still officially supported for Flight Sim 24, but works beautifully. Lemon Wolf says that taxi chart would be a nightmare for a beginner on VATSIM. Yeah, it would. I'm telling you now, though, Madrid's worse. Madrid's was awful. Leo, you fly the fly-by-wire A320NX. Oh, Leo, that's a fairly realistic aircraft, that, Leo. What are you not finding realistic about it? One of the things that I found a while ago when we started doing flight simming and on the channel, is that a lot of people kept thinking, that looks nice, there's a lot of people kept saying things like, oh, this isn't realistic, it's just not very realistic, when actually what they were talking about, the certain features of the aircraft that they were talking about, were completely realistic, and it was exactly how it was done in real life. So yeah, if you think there's something that's not realistic, let me know. Let's see if we can put that right, or help you out and make it more realistic in some way. And Peter ATCO, after I've just admitted I got completely lost at his home airport, the one he actually controlled, has just gifted 10 EasyJet Sim Pilot Channel memberships to our community. Peter, you absolutely amazingly kind human being. Thank you so much for your continued and ongoing support. Guys, all the new members that have just been brought in, thank you so much for being here, and a massive thank you to Peter for now making you channel members. So enjoy that, of course. Get yourself on the Discord server, and of course the channel members who are some of the backbones of our community and go such a major way to helping supporting me and the time that I can dedicate to the content that we have here on this channel. So thank you so much for that, Peter. Leo, you find the taxi on the ground a bit unrealistic. Maybe the nose wheel steering and the rudder is both bound to the side stick twist axis. Well, do you know what? I think I've got something similar here in the Fenix at the moment. Something's gone wrong with my rudder pedals. Not the hardware, but the bindings, and I need to sort that out because, yeah, it's a little bit squirrely. Tracy loves to fly the Fenix A320 when not working. I almost fly it and nothing else. Tracy, you're not quite ready for VATSIM yet. Well, you will get there. I guarantee that. Guarantee you'll get there. And what I will also guarantee is when you do eventually get there and make that call and complete that first flight with some ATC, you will never want to fly without it again. Because, yeah, it's amazing. Lemon Wolf says that awkward moment when you keep getting called for the third time because you keep turning at the wrong intersections by air traffic control. That was you. Which airport was that at? Hey Daz Higgy, good to see you. Gav, is this a real world flight? Of course it is. You know we only do real world flights here on this channel, Daz. Captain Joe 350 says hi, just finished packing for a trip to JFK tomorrow. Fantastic, nice and early, so watching to get that get in that mindset, except I don't plan to fly the 777 in Flight Sim 24. You plan to be a passenger. I couldn't fly the 777, although the BMDG 777 when it came out, was that in 24 or 2020? I did actually quite like that as a Boeing aircraft, must say. Still prefer Airbus though, still prefer the 350. Yeah, Daz, this is what's amazing. So we did a video earlier on in the week, and it looks at flights that just seemed really, really wrong, like an A350 flight or a 777 flight that lasts less than an hour. And this is another flight here in South America, but flown by Air France. And yeah, it's a real world flight. You can check it out. You can look at it. And it is indeed Air France fly around South America just for well, various reasons. They've got land over here, basically. that's what they've got. They've got land. So yeah, it is indeed quite bizarre, but it's very, very true. Very, very true. But all good fun. Leo, we are on VATSIM, yes. Hey, Captain Joe BA don't send their 350s to JFK, do they? I don't even think they send their I don't think they send the 380s to JFK, do they? If you're going from Heathrow to JFK, if I actually had decent weather, you'd fly straight over the top of us and I'd be able to spot you. But we don't have decent weather, we have rubbish weather. I'm fed up of it. Such a British thing, isn't it? Complaining about the weather. Yeah, here we are. Airspot UK says it's like when UA and Pan Am used to fly the 72s and 73s out of Heathrow. Yeah, exactly. And I love stuff like that. I love quirky stuff like that. Oh, Peter, I didn't know that, but I wish I'd seen it. So Peter says if you didn't notice last week, they were on runway 12 because of the winds. I did see that, but you had an A380 flying in, but it can only land on 22 left. It did it, but the crabbing was amazing to watch. Oh, I bet that was fantastic. They went viral a while ago. Emirates, their 380 and their pilot, I don't know if it was a London Heathrow landing, and the pilots got absolutely slammed on social media because of it. I mean, they were almost 45 degrees as they came in. Oh no, the bounce and the way they kicked the rudder to get down on that runway and lined up with it was insane. I thought it looked awesome. I don't know if Etihad's done it as well as Airspot UK, but definitely the one I'm referring to was Emirates. Aviator, any news about the iOS port for Jetlog? Not yet, I'm afraid. I don't want to give it a news until I've actually got some news, if that makes sense. But yeah, for those of you who are wondering what Jetlog is, Airspot UK, you might quite like this, given your username. This is instead of having to rely on registration fleet books, which sadly are out of date, usually the moment they're printed. We built this app for my son, who loves plane spotting. It's available now on the Google Play Store. You can download it, and basically you can go to, if I just go to the logbook and unsee a few aircraft, yes, unsee a few aircraft. Yeah, you basically, when it's not ridiculously cloudy like it is at the moment, you can go to the live map and use it a bit like Flight Radar 24 if you wish, and it will show you the aircraft that are obviously out and about. So there's British Airways, what is that, Shuttle 12 uniform, and oh, it's a Neo, cool. And then you can mark them as spotted, and obviously they change colour. It tells you how much of the fleet you've spotted as you're going. So there's another Neo, we'll mark that one as spotted as well. Or you can get a bit more information about it, that kind of thing. And it basically builds up your logbook. It's got an inbuilt database, so you don't need internet connection if you're out at an airport, sort of that kind of thing. So yeah, it's it just allows you to check, build up your own logbook, which then, if you are an avid, real, hardcore plane spotter, and you want to export then this logbook to an Excel format, then you can do. Whoops, you can do that. So you can export your logbook. You could even, if you prefer spotting aircraft on Flight Radar 24, seeing what's overhead, you can take a screenshot on your phone. Then you can import that screenshot into Jetlog, and it will automatically read the registration of the aircraft, and it will build up your logbook for you, which took ages to get working, but I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, that might be useful for anyone who wants to play. Think of it as Pokemon, but with planes. Jamaica Runner, did they land safely? Yes, they did. So Peter, the 380 was at like a 35 to 38 degrees grab. That is awesome. Just like 6995 says he's going to have a nice weekend. All the wind wing stuff has been delivered. That is awesome. Oh, Chris Shaw, have you had a chance to play with the app? Have you? Because honestly, the one thing that you don't get is you rarely get feedback on an app that you release into the wild on the Google Play Store, particularly a very small niche app like that. It's not designed to compete with the likes of Flight Radar and Flight Aware and all the massive flight radar tracking apps, because it's not really a flight tracking app. I mean, you can do that, but that's not what I actually designed it for. I designed it to literally build up a logbook of planes that I've seen and see how many of each aircraft that I've seen, and basically try and tick off an airline. And it's a spotters app, Chris. That's exactly right. It's a spotters app. Aviator, did Jet log involve back end or front end only? Currently developing front end only, but want to get back end. No. So that's the other great thing on this. Just because of data protection and all that stuff, I did not want the headache of all of that. This is front end only. There is no back end server or anything like that. Basically, it runs on your device. The app is shipped with its own database. I personally update that database every week or so. So every so often you can update the aircraft database, like if Jet2 get a new aircraft delivered or something like that, then it might not find all the details in there to begin with, but it will eventually because I update it. And then you know there's things like aircraft that get transferred. So a lot of Ryanair aircraft, they're transferring left, right and centre at the minute. So the registration's changed, so again it all gets updated, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's the database and everything in it is shipped, and the logbook is yours and it's on your device. It's not linked anywhere because I didn't want any of the data protection. I want to know nothing about you. Like, if I can put it that way. Airspot UK. So it was the Emirates. Sorry, not Emirates. It was the Etihad ones that got in trouble, was it? Oh dear. Yeah. Chris Shaw, that is true. When don't you look up in the sky when there's an aircraft? I'm always looking up in the sky. Although not recently because the sky is grey. Dark. You have detected avionics smoke. You have selected Gen 1 line push off and the rat has been deployed. Generator 2 has been removed from the system. What should happen? You should sit on your hands for a minute and think, what are we going to do? So you've detected avionics smoke. I forgot avionics smoke. I'm going down. I'm going down to wherever I can. I don't quite get your question there, actually, Dark, to be honest with you. Yeah, where's the nearest place I can land? That's what I've been looking at. Yeah, Leo, does fly-by-wire aircraft have a cabin? I actually can't remember. It's been that long since I flew the fly-by-wire aircraft, to be honest with you. Air France ops, no ADC required. Beautiful. Right, let's do a landing check then. So, let's have a look. We're going to land 6, 7, 8, 9, 61. Let's call it 61.5 tons to land. Weight-wise, that is 61.5 tons. So it is cab okay. Beautiful. 61.5. Auto brake low. Flaps 3. That's perfect. So flaps 3 landing for us today. Tracy, no, it's not on iOS yet, just on Android for the time being. I am slowly working on an iOS version. And I've had so many people asking about iOS. Maybe I should have just done iOS to begin with, but I don't use Apple. So, well, apart from this, I have got this. I have got an iPad. That's basically what you're looking at here. This is my iPad, and my lad's tablet is Android. My phone's Android. So yeah, I wanted Android. He wanted Android. So we just need to get it working for iOS. Right, shall we have a look at the arrival charts then? See if we can get some charts and we'll brief our landing. Where are we landing anyway? Cayenne. Is that right? Don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but Cayenne it is. We are coming over on Old X1 Sierra. So this is it, LX1 Sierra, speed restrictions, 220 knots as we enter the initial approach fix. That's okay then. Okay, let's go through and get the latest weather data and everything. And then we can pop all that in. So, RadNav page. Don't think we need to pop anything in there, so that's fine. Progress page. Landing runway 08. Just get that in there. Let's get the weather in. So QNH there at the minute is 1012. Temperature is 28 degrees. Winds are 05011. Config 3. Let's have a look at the approach for the ILS Zulu on 08. So, here it is. Minimums are 270. Okay, and we'll copy the active. Alright, so the box is all completed. Let's do the arrival brief. So I've got no concerns over the weather. At the moment it's cab okay, 05011, so the winds are absolutely fine. The approach has got that speed restriction there, so we're looking to be green dot as we get to Osisu, and then from Osisu we come in, make the right hand turn, and that basically picks us up with a localizer. Platform altitude is 2,000 feet, so after Osisu we're looking to go flaps 1, flaps 2 then with the glide. 2,000 feet platform altitude. It's a 3-degree glide path angle. Normal runway width. Pappy's on the left, and transition altitude's 3,000 feet. That all looks pretty straightforward. The go around then is straight out, and then at 1,500 feet it's a right hand turn to SO414, and we have got initial climb is 2,000 feet, so that's a little threat, isn't it? It's quite a low go around altitude, and max speed of 220 knots. So let's just have a look at our characteristic speeds. See what we're doing with that. So we'll do it at flaps 1. So flaps 1 go around if we need to. And then once we have landed, vacating to the left. Probably on echo. Unless we slam the brakes on. Okay, I think that's all pretty straightforward. Mouldy Guitars, what a great name. What is Green Dot? Green Dot is the slowest clean speed, so the slowest speed you can fly without any flaps out or anything like that. So yeah. And basically we'll get to slow down to our clean speed, green dot speed, as we get to that first waypoint. So our top descent there's about 25 miles away, and as per usual, I will ask, if you haven't done so already, please do hit that like button on the stream. If you're going shopping, the aircraft, the airport that we're landing at today just now, Sierra Oscar Charlie Oscar, the version that I'm using is available from the Contrail store. You've got our discount code there on the screen as well. You've got Jetlog being shown off in the corner. Get it on the Google Play Store if you want to check that out. Just have a play with it, see if you like it. And of course, we've also got our Anybuilds affiliate link as well down in the video description below. It is an affiliate link, so anything you buy from Anybuilds using that link does go a long way towards supporting our channel. So a massive thanks to everyone that does that. It is a Diddy airport, Chris, you are quite right. Um, 11 PV, is it the most efficient speed? That term efficient has multiple meanings. Yes, when you think about, well, okay, let's put it this way. If you're in a holding pattern, you want to fly a holding pattern at green dot speed, because it is efficient. It's a safe, clean speed. It's the smallest amount, it's the least amount of fuel you're going to burn as well. So that's why if you're in a hold, you want to be at green dot speed. Even the sun's getting low in the sky here, look, isn't it? Hey Philippe, just letting you know we should be on the ground in about 30 minutes and we're going to be starting our descent soon.
Understood, Captain. Preparing for descent. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your purser, Felipe Rojas. We are beginning our descent shortly, and we expect to land in approximately 30 minutes. Please make sure your seatbelts are fastened and your seats are in the upright position. Thank you for your attention, and we look forward to welcoming you to Cayenne. Gracias.
Doesn't it just make you wish you were actually on an aircraft? Lemon Wolf, what's the weather like where I am? It's been raining there for the past week. Lemon Wolf, it's been raining here for the past 3.5 weeks. Nearly 4 weeks. We actually, I'm not exaggerating this. I might put tomorrow it'll be the same, I know it will, but I might take a picture out of our window upstairs and I will pop it on the Discord server. And that is basically what we've seen for the past 4 weeks. Grey, dull, dismal. Every time you go out, your fog lights on the car are needed. And I mean it they are actually needed. It's not just putting it on because it's a bit misty, which you shouldn't do, of course. Okay, thrust idle, open descent, and 180 boom. Daz says in Cornwall it's rained every day this year. I mean, Cornwall's a big place, Daz. I'm talking about our village. I'm sure it's rained every day this year in England. Peter, you've got snow, 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 and more snow. I mean, I'm unfamiliar with the climate there. Peter, is that normal for this time of year? Ah, that's fair enough. At Cardigan, to be precise. That's fine. Right, so we are on our way down. Just going to pull speed, I think. Freshen that up a bit. Okay, select a speed at 280. Down we go towards the jungle. Mouldy Guitar says it's rained so much in Barnsley I'm covered in green darts. Mouldy? That's where I am. So I know exactly what the weather's been like in Barnsley. It's awful. And I really need to get out and jet wash the deck so I can stay in it. But I can't be bothered to go outside. I mean, I'm going to get wet anyway doing it, so the difference is I want to be wet and warm. I am in Yorkshire, Chris, that is true. I don't think the Londoners could survive. So many coats needed. In fact, do you, for those of you that got sort of Windows, do you know how on Windows 10 and Windows 11 you get like little messages, don't you, in your taskbar down at the bottom, like maybe news headlines or financial news headlines, that kind of thing? Well, mine is popping up now and saying snow. 2 degrees and snow. I'm like, better not be. Peter. I shouldn't have found that as funny as I did. It's a very lonely part of the flight sim world, this, isn't it? Dark, you've got amber snow and ice alerts for tomorrow. And not even the cats are wanting to go out. That's how bad it is. You know it's bad when the cats, you open the door, they go out, they go, nah, and turn it and come back in. Like, go outside, run around, burn off your energy before you do it in my house. Daz Higgy, amber snow, is it not white in Yorkshire? Not after the dogs have finished with it. Do you remember when Flight Sim came out? Flight Sim 2020, that is. And one of the things that they said, which just seemed quite unbelievable at the time, was when they said that they have modelled all the trees on Earth, or words to that effect. Like every single tree was accurately sort of modelled. And we were like, nah, don't be daft. And now you look at it and you think, well, yeah. If I wanted to, I could take my plane right down and find that tree right there in the middle of the jungle. But for those of us that were coming from the days of Flight Sim 95, where everything was, the Earth was flat. It was flat Earth theory. There was the occasional 3D building if you flew to somewhere like Chicago or London. OGB is back. Hello to you, and Tasman. Hello, SimPilot917 on Twitch. Well, the weather's looking good, so we'll get the train on instead, I think. Weather's cleared up quite nicely here. Airspot UK, yeah, you're right. Hedges would be really nice. And I think this is the thing, we are just completely spoiled nowadays. Thrust idle percent 60 double. Because, yeah, Dark Fury Flight Sim 95 was on a floppy disk. I think mine was on a CD. I'm sure my first one was on a CD. But yeah, the fact that we're even considering things like hedges and fences around the airport. It's amazing. Mouldy guitars and those special trees that evolve to only grow at the ends of runways. Yeah, they're extra. You get those for free because they're not there in real life. Oh, you see, FS4, I wasn't old enough for that. Flight Sim 95 was my first one. DCS says his whole garden is a 10-foot hedge around here. 10-foot hedge. That's a mammoth hedge. Lemon says you can tell we're spoiled when one of the first things we check on new add-ons is the fidelity of the toilet functions. Yeah, I must admit to doing that on the was it the A340? I think we did that the other day. I'm going to test that out. Right, just want to speed up to 300 just to drop below that profile, gives me a chance to slow down. Speaking of toilet functions though, Lemon, my girl's got the Barbie Dream House the other day, for any of you that are familiar with such items. And it does come with a bathroom and a toilet where you press the button and yes, it makes the flush sound. I thought, oh, it's like being back in Flight Sim again. And it is of course the favourite sound for 7-year-old girls, because it's funny. Chris, are you telling me to shut up or trying to emulate the sound that it makes? Right, let's get those seatbelt signs on. Tasman, does the plane have reverse flush? Oh, I hope not. That sounds very messy.
Speaking, we have just turned on the seatbelt sign, so please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt. For your safety, the lavatories are no longer available until the seatbelt sign is turned off. Thank you for your cooperation. Gracias.
And speed 250. Start slowing our jet down. So we'll keep on that profile, so maybe just speed brakes for a few moments to help. The other thing as well is you wouldn't ever want to fly in places like this around the globe in Flight Sim 95 because, well, there'd have been nothing here. It would have looked awful. It's 10,000 feet. Lights on. And 3,000 blue, QNH 1012. Activate the approach phase in the box. And manage the speed. Okay, so let's run the approach checklist. So the bar of QNH 1012, seatbelt signs are on, minimums 270, auto brake low was fine, engine mode selector is normal, and REFB is stowed. Lovely. Hey Ghost Boy, says in real life we go below 10,000 to turn on the LS. Yeah, 10,000 feet is normally my trigger. Landing lights and LS together. Charlie Alpha is identified. Hey Elliot, good to see you. We're doing very well, we're just fed up of the weather. That's why we're in South America, to enjoy some sunshine. Although when we first loaded in, it was thunderstorm and rainy, but now we've got the sun. But great to see you, Elliot. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I'll pop the speed brakes away then now, I think. Happy with that. Cayenne traffic, Air France 603 is 14 miles to the southeast, inbound for the ILS approach runway 08. Don't think there's anybody else here, but we'll make the call just in case. Someone could be there. . Hey, Smugger the Nogging. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, well, I wanted to come fly here because it was somewhere different, to be honest. That was the plan. Somewhere different where hopefully the weather was nicer. And we're going to have a gorgeous sunset arrival, I think, which is a bonus. Flaps 1, speed's checked. Flaps 1. And our speed set 180. Glide slope is just there. Let's put speed brakes out for a moment. Just want to try and avoid the glide slope capture from above if possible. Actually, glide slope start, lock start, full house. Just got that in time. Fantastic. So, flaps 2, speed's checked. Flaps 2, we'll get that drag out. Although, there we are. That's better. Smoking the we are Air France today. Looking beautiful. Look at the colours on the horizon. That is stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. That's our airport inside. Nice headwind as well, slowing us down there. Don't get this kind of scenery in Europe.
2,500.
And altimeter's alive. Again, it's just great to think that this is a real world flight. Tony says Doha, Dubai will give you guaranteed sunshine. It would, Tony, but not at 3 AM in the morning local time. Elliot, no, nothing is different. The only thing that's running is Rex Atmos Core. That's the only thing. Okay, manage speed, gear down, spoilers armed. Flaps 3, speed's checked. 3. Cabin crew, seats for landing.
We are taking our seats, Captain.
Landing checklist. Cabin is secured. Go around altitude is 2,000 feet set, and the ECAM memo is landing normally. Yeah, I do think Rex Atmos Core does a great job when you've got the right setting. The actual program, I hate setting it up as an absolute pain. Once you've got that setting nailed, though, that looks stunning. It's hard to not look at that and think, wow, that is absolutely bang on. The colourings on the horizon here are brilliant. Yeah, Molded Guitars, that's it, exactly. Check the speed before pulling the flap lever. Oh, wind gust then. Blew us to the left a little bit, I don't know if you saw that. bit low. Let's just compensate.
$500.
Stable. Well, this approach doesn't feel like it's on rails, that's for sure.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
Okay, spoilers, reverse screen, decel. Reverse is off, manual brakes. I wanted to make the taxiway. And we're down. That felt nice. That felt good. Enjoyed that one. So yeah, we do have proper scenery for this airport. Again, it's available on the Contrail store for anyone that fancies some South American operations. Looks like a great airport as well. I've not had a chance to have a good look around it. I mean, that is... I've been saying this all sim, and I think that's because it's been so long since I flew in the daytime. But this looks awesome. Really, really neat. Really good. Hope you have enjoyed the stream. If you have, please don't forget to hit the like button on the stream as well. Pakistan 1 and 1.2. Do you use decimals here in... That's brilliant. We'll go gate 1. Right, we've cleaned our aircraft up. Yeah, that looks like it. Look at the flags blowing in the wind as well. This is a great airport. It's airports like this that probably don't get all that love that they deserve because no one really flies here that much, and it's such a shame because we've got to keep remembering that flight sim is not just about Europe and America. The rest of the world also looks good. Multi Guitar, so that's the first time you managed to catch us live. Fellow Barnsley guy, and you haven't seen us live before. Well, hopefully it won't be the last time. And job's a good one. Okay, I'm going to leave the engines running because we'll do the we'll have a look at the replay as well. But obviously, before we do that, I need to get off the VATSIM network. Not that there's anyone around to frustrate, but never mind. Cool, but yeah, I'll just have a quick look around the airport because we can whilst we're here. Yeah, they've actually done a really good job with this. As I say, it's probably an airport that you don't ever get to see very much of, but honestly, oh look, there's the Air France lounge. This is really good. Oh, I urge people to add this to your basket next time you're shopping. And as I say, you can use our discount code as well to save money on it. Air Caribs. Oh, you could do long hauls from here as well. You could do long hauls, you can do short hauls. Yeah, really nice. Really, really nice. But yeah, like, it's a great job. Molded guitars, yeah, I absolutely do appreciate that. Fantastic. Oh, always good to fly somewhere new. Let's have a look how the landing appeared then from a passenger perspective. He's still telling me to shut the engines down. Yeah, I'm going to really annoy him now because I'm going to disappear.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
And it's built for those passenger views, isn't it? Look at that. That's stunning. And this is going back to what I said earlier about the fact that when they first announced Microsoft that they were returning to Microsoft Flight Simulator and that every tree is going to be there, you can physically see every tree. I'm like, what? These used to just be flat ground pixels, no 3D-ness around, and now all the trees globally modelled. It's insane. It's so easy to criticise the sim and the bugs, but I'll always find it very difficult to do that. Apart from the flipping hardware setup, I hate that. Can you imagine bringing an Air Caribs A320 or something like that into here? That would be epic. Thoroughly enjoyed that, guys. hope you guys have as well. Final reminder as well, just hit that like button before you check out, and if you haven't written down already, make sure you get that discount code written down so you don't miss that. Again, Jetlog, if you are on Android, give that a download, give that a play. You might become a plane spotter after all. And until then, I'm going to leave you with a view probably from, I think we'll go from maybe the first officer's view for our final play. And we'll see what that looks like from the FO side. And bring that in. And until our next live stream, which will now be next week, details as always on our Discord server. A massive thank you as always to our EasyJet SimPilot channel members for all the support that you guys give. For those as well who supported us this evening, massive thanks as well to Peter gifting the channel memberships, to our new channel members. Hope we get to see you regularly on our live streams. And yeah, just as always, from the bottom of my heart, a massive thank you to all the community for keeping this channel going, and for the channel members that really, really do go such a massive way towards supporting the work that we do here on the channel. Look forward to seeing you all on the next one. I'm going to leave you with this glorious sunset landing. The sun's behind us, so you don't get to see the sunset, but you know exactly what I mean. Hope to see you all again very soon, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week and have a great weekend. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
retard.